On a clear night, you can see about 2,500 stars. It looks crowded. It looks alive. We look at that ocean of light and we feel small. We assume that out there someone is looking back. But turn off your eyes and turn on a radio. Point it at the sky, scan the frequencies. What do you hear? Static, hissing, the cold background radiation of the Big Bang. Visually, the universe is a metropolis, but acoustically, it is an empty room. We are screaming into the dark, and no one is answering. This silence shouldn't exist. Not mathematically. In 1961, astronomer Frank Drake wrote down an equation. It was a simple way to estimate the number of active civilizations in our galaxy. The numbers are staggering. There are up to 400 billion stars in the Milky Way, even if only a tiny fraction have planets. And a tiny fraction of those have life, and a tiny fraction of those build radios. There should still be thousands, maybe millions, of civilizations buzzing around us right now. Statistically, we should be swimming in signals. We should not be special. So where is the error? The paradox began at a lunch table in Los Alamos, 1950. The physicist, Enrico Fermi, was sitting with colleagues discussing the size of the universe. He ran the mental math. He realized that the galaxy is billions of years older than Earth. Any advanced civilization should have had enough time to colonize every star system by now. They should be here. They should have left ruins or probes or signals. He put down his fork and asked the most terrifying question in the history of science. Where is everybody? For 60 years, we have tried to answer him. We founded SETI, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. We have pointed massive radio ears at thousands of stars. We have listened for patterns. We have listened for math. We have listened for hello. And the result? Zero. Aside from a few unexplained glitches, the sky is dead silent. There is no galactic internet. There are no trade routes. There are no empires talking to each other across the void. Just the hiss of gas and the roar of dying stars. This brings us to the darkest theory in all of cosmology. The Great Filter. The theory suggests that there is a barrier, a wall. There is some step in the evolutionary timeline that is extremely difficult or impossible to survive. It acts like a sieve. It eliminates life. It suggests that the reason the universe looks so empty is because it is a graveyard. Civilizations rise, they struggle, and then they hit the wall. The question is not if the filter exists. The question is the filter behind us, or is it ahead of us? There are two possibilities regarding the filter. One gives us hope. The other gives us nightmares. Possibility 1. The filter is behind us. This is the optimistic view. It suggests that the impossible step happened billions of years ago. Maybe the jump from dead chemicals to living cells is incredibly rare. Or maybe the jump from single-celled organisms to complex animals is the hurdle that almost no one clears. If this is true, then we have already won the lottery. We are the first. We are the chosen ones. The universe is empty not because everyone died, but because no one else has ever been born. But then, there is possibility 2. The filter is ahead of us. This theory suggests that life is easy. Intelligence is common, but survival is impossible. It suggests that as soon as a civilization develops high technology, nuclear weapons, artificial intelligence, biotechnology, it inevitably destroys itself. It suggests that technology is a trap. If this is true, then we are not special. We are just the next batch of cattle walking toward the slaughterhouse. The silence exists because everyone who reaches our level dies shortly after. If the filter is ahead of us, the night sky changes meaning. It is no longer an empty room. It is a graveyard. Those stars you see, they might be the tombstones of civilizations that burned bright for a few centuries, invented the radio, and then extinguished themselves in a flash of fire or a cloud of plague. We are looking at a galaxy full of ruins, and we are currently building the weapons that will add our own wreckage to the pile. Or perhaps the filter isn't biological. Maybe it is geological. This is the rare Earth hypothesis. Maybe life is common, but stable planets are 1 in a trillion. Earth is weird. We have a massive moon that stabilizes our wobble and creates tides. We have Jupiter acting as a shield against asteroids. We have plate tectonics that recycle carbon. Without this exact lucky combination, complex life dies. Maybe the aliens are out there, but they are all bacteria living on rocks that freeze, burn, or tumble chaotically through the dark. But there is one final theory, one that comes from science fiction but terrifies mathematicians. The dark forest
This
theory.
suggests that technology is a trap.
Imagine
If
the
that's
universe
true,
is a
then we're
dark
nothing
forest
special.
at night.
We're just the next
It is
generation.
full of hunters. If you are a hunter and you hear a twig snap, you don't ask who is there. You shoot. You kill the source of the noise before it kills you. In this theory, the silence is not because the universe is empty. It is because the universe is full, but everyone is hiding. Every advanced civilization knows the rules: stay quiet, stay dark, survive. And we, humanity, are the only idiots standing in the clearing screaming, "Hello," into the darkness. Let us step away from the horror for a moment. What if the silence is not forced, but chosen? This is the zoo hypothesis. Imagine a nature preserve on Earth. We do not pave over it. We do not land helicopters next to the lions to teach them math. We put up a sign that says, "Do not disturb." We watch them from a distance. Maybe the aliens are not dead. Maybe they are watching us right now. Perhaps there is a galactic prime directive, a rule that says primitive civilizations like us must be left alone until we stop killing each other.
You shoot.
To them,
You kill.
Earth is just an exhibit. Or maybe it's worse. Maybe they don't care enough to watch. When we build a superhighway, do we stop to explain the engineering to the ants living in the dirt? Numb. We don't hate the ants. We just don't view them as equals. Their minds cannot comprehend our goals. If a civilization is 1,000,000 years ahead of us, trying to talk to us would be like a human trying to have a debate with an algae. They aren't hiding. They are just stepping over us. But the biggest barrier might not be biology. It might be time. The universe is 13.8 billion years old. Humanity has been using radio waves for 100 years. That is a blink, a flash of lightning in a century of darkness. Maybe the galaxy was full of life. Maybe a great empire rose 1 billion years ago and died. Maybe another will rise 1 billion years from now. We are alone
55.
simply because we
Conquer our
arrived at the
goals.
party at
If
the
a
wrong
civilization
time.
is 1,000,000 years ahead
We
of
are
us,
walking through the
trying to
ruins
talk
of
to us would be like a
Pompeii,
human trying to have a
wondering
debate.
where the people went, and even if they are alive right now, can we ever meet them? Physics is a cruel jailer. The speed of light is fast, but the galaxy is vast. If we sent a message to the other side of the Milky Way, it would take 100,000 years to get there, and 100,000 years to get a reply. Conversation is impossible. War is impossible. Trade is impossible. Even if the galaxy is teeming with life, the distances are so great that every civilization is effectively alone in its own
1 billion
bubble.
years ago.
We are
and
trapped in a
died.
prison of geometry. But there is a counter-argument. You don't need to travel yourself. You can send robots. A von Neumann probe is a machine that builds copies of itself. Mathematically, a single self-replicating probe could map the entire galaxy in just a few million years. So, where are they? We should see their machines mining the asteroids. We should see their satellites. The fact that we don't see the machines is even scarier than not hearing the signals. It implies that no one, not even machines, has ever survived long enough to conquer the stars. If we can't hear their radios, maybe we can see their hunger. Any advanced civilization will eventually run out of energy on their planet. To survive, they must harvest the power of their star. This is the concept of a Dyson sphere, a massive shell built around a sun to capture 100% of its energy. You can hide a radio signal, but you cannot hide heat. The laws of thermodynamics say that a Dyson sphere must leak waste heat infrared radiation. We have scanned the sky for these infrared ghosts. We looked at 100,000 galaxies, and we found nothing. The stars appear natural, untouched, wild. No one is eating the stars, but maybe they didn't go outward. Maybe they went inward. Why explore the cold, dead universe? When you can build a heaven of your own, this is the Matryoshka brain. Imagine a civilization that uploads its consciousness into a supercomputer powered by a star. In the digital world, they are gods. They can simulate 1 billion years of pleasure in a single second. They can live in worlds with perfect physics and no death. To them,
simply because we arrived at the
space
party
travel
at the
is
wrong
boring.
time. We are
They aren't
walking through
silent
the
because
ruins
they
of
are
Pompeii, wondering
They
where
are
the
silent because they are
65
distracted.
point. Civilization
living
is
in a dream
effectively
so
alone
perfect.
in its own bubble.
They stop looking out the
But
window.
there is a counter-argument.
This leads to the ultimate existential dread. If a civilization can simulate a universe, then how do we know we are not in the simulation? The simulation argument. Maybe the reason we don't see aliens is because the computer didn't render them. Maybe the simulation is running a test called solitude. The programmers only created Earth. The stars are just a painted background to see how we react to loneliness. We are alone because the code says we have to be. But strip away the theories, strip away the simulations and the zoos. What if the answer is the simplest one? What if we really are alone? What if the jump to intelligence is so incredibly rare that it has happened only once? It is a terrifying thought, but it gives us a purpose. It means we are the universe's way of knowing itself. We are the only matter that can think, feel, and love. If we die, the universe goes blind. It returns to being a cold, dumb rock. The silence of the night sky is not a reason for despair. It is a call to action. We are the only child of the cosmos. We have inherited the entire estate. Billions of stars, billions of worlds. They are all waiting for us. We have a responsibility to survive. We have a responsibility to not burn our own house down, because if the flame of consciousness goes out here, it might never be lit again. We are the torchbearers in the dark.